Welcome back to my Meet the Agent series. In this series, we're going to be looking at the pros and cons of every agent, including their abilities. Next up, we have Viper. Viper is a controller, meaning she uses her smokes and walls to deny enemy line of sight onto important angles.
No one can hold their breath forever.
First off, we have Viper's C ability. It's called Snake Bite. It acts roughly the same as a Molotov. When you press C, it loads it into her arm, and then you can left click to fire it. You can see it basically just acts as a molly. It does significantly less damage than Breach and Brimstone's molly. In fact, it will only do 1/3 of the damage. Next up, we have her Q ability, which is her Poison Orb. So this is interesting. It works in the same way as Phoenix's molly, where you can right-click it to throw it nice and close in front of you, or you can left-click it to throw it off into the distance. Once the orb is down, you can press Q to activate it, and you can see above my abilities line, you can see my poison bar, and that will decrease when any of my poison abilities are active, such as my wall or my orb. Anyone inside this orb who's basically not me, including my teammates, will take decay damage as they stand in the orb. That means their health and armor will decrease while they're standing in it, but as soon as they leave the orb, it will return back to its original value. So their health will essentially, all the damage they took from this orb, their health will regenerate, including their armor, once they leave the poison orb. Same thing with my wall here. If I throw my wall,
Toxins going up.
you can see that they would, I obviously don't, but they would take damage, including my teammates, if they went in it. It's better for denying line of sight. And then you can see my toxin is low, so any second now my wall is going to go down.
Toxin screen down.
Because I ran out of poison. One interesting thing about the poison orb that does not work with the wall, you can pick up the orb by pressing F on it. And you can see there's a recharge. I can't throw it again yet, but in a few seconds I will be able to. Lastly, we have her ultimate ability, which is very useful for holding a site after spike is planted, or holding a site to prevent an enemy push into it. So this Viper's Pit, you can see an indicator where it's going to start. We'll just drop it over here.
Don't get in my way.
And you can see it drops a very, very, very large smoke cloud that is, in this case, going to cover almost the entire site. So inside this smoke cloud, it's difficult to see. They will also take decay damage, the same as the wall and the poison orb give you. So they can leave this cloud and regenerate their health, but if spike is planted back here, say, they'll have to push into it, making them guaranteed to take some damage from it. The cloud will stay up as long as I stay inside of it. So you can see the smoke integrity is decreasing when I leave it and increasing when I stay in it. It's a pretty nice ability because your enemies, when they come close enough to you, they'll be highlighted in like a red outline, so you'll be able to see them quite easily, where your enemies pushing you, they'll have a hard time seeing you due to the fog effect inside the smoke. You can see that if I leave it long enough and let the smoke integrity completely disappear, the ultimate will go down. The same thing will happen if Viper is killed in her ultimate. The ultimate will disappear. That's all for Viper. Thanks for watching.